Hello, this is Shane Kelly of FutureNow Enterprises and author of the Awakened Observer. Have you ever asked yourself the question, who am I? I know many people who have asked this question, and I myself spent many years asking it. But the question itself can be very disorientating, not to mention misleading. After all, by its very nature, the question itself implies that the one who's asking the question isn't who I really am. So the question is, who is this false I that's asking the question? And what's more, who is the true I that the false I is looking for? It's enough to drive you crazy, isn't it? I know for myself, this question was the source of much confusion and frustration for many years. Until, that is, I discovered a better question. The question, who am I, is a good question, but it's not a great question. Who am I in the absence of identity? Now that is a great question. It doesn't give the mind anything to look for. You see, what most people go looking for when they ask the question, who am I, is another story, another idea, another identity of who it is they might really be, because they're still asking that question at the level of mind, and from the level of mind, that's what it goes looking for. So the inherent assumption in this is that if I can trade my unhappy thoughts and feelings for more happy thoughts and feelings, then that in itself will constitute a more conscious existence. I look back at where I've been and who I've been, and I say, well, that wasn't the real me, this is the real me. But is it really? In other words, simply because you've gone from an overweight, negative thinking, chain-smoking, manic depressive to a vibrant, tree-hugging vegetarian does not necessarily mean you're any more conscious in your new reality than you were in your old one. Without bringing conscious awareness to the process of personal evolution and change, at best, all we've done is take a sidestep rather than a consciously directed forward movement towards our own evolution, our own personal growth. Your first step in discovering the true nature of who you really are is not in discovering your new true self, but rather it's in losing your identification with all the false ones. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself." Very wise and profound words, which can only be spoken from someone who has discovered the true nature of who and what they really are. Someone who has discovered that they are not their identity, that they are that which creates identity, just as you are not your identity, but rather you are that which creates identity. You are the greatest mystery you will ever not know. You know, it's okay to not know who you are. It's okay and a beautiful thing to get up every day and simply live in the mystery that you are, and then from that mystery decide who it is that you are going to be, what it is you are going to do, what it is your life is going to be about. The meaning your life has is the meaning that you give it. Again, you are not your identity, you are that which creates identity. You are the greatest mystery you will ever not know, and I invite you to live every day beautifully, wonderfully new in that mystery. I have written a book called The Awakened Observer, which is an exploration of the relationship between consciousness and identity. It makes the outrageous statement that you are God and God is you. And I invite you to read the book, apply the disciplines, and live beautifully in the mystery that you are. The Awakened Observer is more than a book, it's a course, in fact. You can access it at www.awakenyourobserver.com. At that website, you can also access other products and services that I have to offer, as well as many free resources that you're free to download to get you on your journey, all of which are designed to help you break free of the constraints of the over-identification you have placed in your identity and the sense of self you derive from it, so that you can be in the mystery of who you are and then simply decide what you want your identity to be. You are not your identity. You are that which creates identity. You are the greatest mystery you will ever not know. You are the observer. And if you have come to this video, chances are great that it's time now for you to wake up. I'm Shane Kelly of FutureNow Enterprises. Be joyous.